Chris, I was wondering, could you go to like Home Depot and purchase a moisture monitor? Is that the same thing that a professional would use?
Yeah, matter of fact, at this meeting last night, somebody asked me about that, and they went to there today and picked one up and texted me a picture of it and asked me if it was okay. There are a lot of monitors on the market that range anywhere from $25, $30 on up from there. Home Depot carries a couple of them. Some of the more accurate ones are what they call a pin or prong. They've got two sharp needles at the end of it. That you take that and you just stick it into the material you're testing and hit the button. It'll tell you pretty accurately what it is. Obviously, the more money you spend on it in this situation, the more accurate the meter is. Some are more of just kind of an area meter where you put it in the proximity and it kind of senses it somehow. I don't know the science behind it, but those ones are a little bit less accurate. But you can also get them on Amazon. Amazon has some pretty good deals where you can get them overnight for maybe a $50 to $60 range. So.
But they'll give you they'll tell you what the acceptable moisture rate is.
Well, the acceptable moisture rate is 15% or below.
And it should show up on the monitor.
Yes, it'll show up on the monitor what the moisture content is of that material.
Because I went to Katrina, and after we gutted our walls, we did it on the stoves, and it was pretty accurate.
Yes, and a lot of them are. And again, but I can't emphasize enough, having somebody do that for you, it's a couple $100 in that case. But what you have is you have the documentation that it's been done, and you have somebody accountable for the information they're providing to you. So if you have an issue down the road, you've got somebody you can go back and say,
or
hey,
if you want
you
to
told
sell
me
your
that
house or something, you'll have that certificate showing that it's okay.
Which usually a report, and that's the other thing I was going to say, is if you ever want to sell your house, in most cases, you have to disclose it's been flooded, obviously, but you now have documentation saying that you treated it properly. So I would recommend you hire somebody to treat for mold. They'll give you documentation that they treated for that, they sprayed what they sprayed, how they sprayed it, but then also that you've done the moisture testing prior to closing the walls on. So there you got the documentation that you can then use as you're maybe selling the home down the road at some point in time.
Thank you.